Okay then, so obviously today we're going to be playing a lot of Modern, and the plan is to go through all 90 decks in the format. So we're going to be playing one league per deck until we finish everything. So obviously this is going to take more than one day to do. So today is just day one, and we'll be just continuing on and on until we finish. Now I think part of what makes Modern such a fun format for a lot of people is the diversity of the format, and as you can see, we have all of these different flavors of the One Ring. So we have Ringing End, Ring Factory, Ring Humans, Creativa Ring, Mono Ring Tron, Gifts Ring, so just lots and lots of ring decks to play. So, obviously I picked the best time possible to jump into the format here. So basically, we're going to spin the wheel, and that'll select which decks we're doing. Now, for some decks, there's multiple versions of the same deck, so we're not going to play every single variant if the deck is too similar. So, like, Is It Prowess and Mono Red Prowess are basically the same deck, so we're just going to play Is It Prowess. In some cases, though, the variants are actually different, in which case you guys will get to vote on which one we play when we hit it. So, just like, here's a preview, so let's spin the wheel just to see what it's going to be like. So, remember, this is a test spin only, test spin. All right, yeah, so if that had been a real spin, we would have been playing Ring Shift as the first deck. Okay, yeah, but seriously, let's fix the deck lists here. Man, just pick the perfect time. Like, Pioneer's a disaster, Modern is just rings everywhere. I haven't played Moto in probably years, so I'm sure today's gonna go great. All right, first deck. Oh, Slivers. All right, so apparently we're doing Slivers first. So here is the version of Slivers we are playing today. 20 lands, tribal, we've got our Aether Vials, we've got all of our basic Slivers over here. So, unfamiliar with the deck, we basically have all of these rainbow lands, plus 2 fiery islets for some reason. Gale Rider Sliver to give all of our Slivers flying. Then we've got Sinew Sliver to pump the team, Diffusion Sliver for protection, Dregscape Sliver to get Unearth if we want to get more ETBs or just bring our guys back from being killed. Leeching Sliver for more damage. We've got Predatory Sliver, which is just Sinew Sliver again, but green. Mariner for more protection. We've got Cloud Shredder to give our guys haste and flying. Realm Walker for card advantage, so we can play more Slivers off the top. Frenetic Sliver is more pseudo protection, and then Lava Belly Sliver to get in the final damages. And then over here in the sideboard, we've got some Surge of Salvation, Hallowed Moonlight, Spiteful Sliver, which is sliver creatures you control have whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player, or you can tell I haven't played Moto in a while. Target player or Planeswalker. Gigantha, Harmonic Sliver for artifacts and enchantments, does not destroy the One Ring, unfortunately, and then 4 Chalice of the Void for Chalice-related things. So, by the way, I'd like to thank Grim from Collector Legion for sponsoring today's stream. If you're interested in Magic singles, sealed product, accessories, sleeves, playmats, deck boxes, etc., or even other card games like Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, etc., you can get them from CollectorLegion.com. Yes, Buildmaster, we are doing a full league for every single deck. We're going through 90 decks, so I don't know how long this is going to take, but we are doing all of them. Oh, and to answer your early question, do I have a strong opinion on the ring yet, or is still holding out? My opinion is that it looks like it's way too good and it's probably going to get banned, so I am not picking up any of them in paper until that happens, and hopefully the price comes down, because it does have applications in EDH and is good enough for Legacy too. Maybe it won't be banned in Legacy, don't know. Seems much stronger in Modern. All right, let's jump into it. Control for days, you might be here a few weeks. Yep, don't know how long it's going to take per league. What is a league, 5 matches? What, 20, 30 minutes a match, probably? Choose one companion. Reveal this. Okay. Looks like we have to shuffle because we have 1 land and no Aether Vial. Definitely mulling. We're on the draw. Mulligan. This is actually... Alright, so we're going to keep 2 lands. We probably don't need double Cloud Shredder, so we can just throw that back. So, reacquainting. Q to zoom. 6 is just auto pass. Okay. Yeah, well, Sliver Hive. Okay. So, basic swamp, nothing. Do not know what we're playing against. Something that's playing Fatal Push. Double swamp. Alright, Courtyard, named Sliver. Probably just Cloud Shredder and attack, right? I mean, this represents probably more removal, but that's fine. Alright, no removal. There's a way to auto-tap like Arena, right? Yeah, use the field. Get from this hand. What do I want? I don't think it really matters. Probably blue? W to auto tap. Thank you. All right, I guess we just run out. Let's see. Leeching Sliver represents 3 damage, whereas Dregscape is only 2. So probably Leeching Sliver this turn, and then Dregscape Unearth Gale Rider next turn. All right, Cavern, name Sliver, and then Leeching Sliver. Always yield to triggered abilities. Are we playing against Coffers? Because this is 3 swamps and a demolition field. I'm trying to figure out what it is we're against. Okay, yeah, it's almost certainly Coffers. Shieldred. Well, we might get our face beaten in now. Shieldred trigger, yep. And we're just drawing lands nonstop, so that's not great. Okay, Sliver. Let's cast Dregscape. And then let's unearth this. And then attack with everything. So we are doing pretty good damage at least. But I don't think we're going to be able to race this Shieldred. They do have Invoke mana now. We don't have any response to anything, so let's just F6 through the turn. Yep, Invoke Despair. What are we sacking? I don't think it really matters. I guess we sack Leeching Sliver, and then we can just unearth it. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, right, they draw a bunch of cards off of that. Yeah, so we're going to lose the race. My god, we've drawn yet another land. Well, sometimes you just don't catch a break. So let's see. We take a hit from Shieldred and then draw, so... I mean, nothing to do but just unearth this. I guess we can block Shieldred, but we're losing this race really hard. So how much damage do we do this turn? We take 3 from Leeching, and then it's another 4, so we deal 7, put them to 5, then they draw, go up to 7 again. So we can win the race. I guess we have to draw another creature. We're also going to lose Leeching Sliver. Yeah, I guess I should play a land. So I don't really know what we can draw at this point. I guess we could draw Realm Walker and then top deck another Sliver, because that's the only way I see out of this. Shieldred's Edict. Well, now we're going to lose. Sack a creature. Let's sack this one. Opponent just rubbing it in here. Yep. Okay, we've lost all of our creatures. So we go to 2. Well, that's not going to get us out of this, so next game. So definitely Surge, right? Hexproof. Prevent all black and red damage. We don't need Moonlight. There are removal heavy decks, so we probably want this. We don't need Chalice of the Void, Harmonic, or Hallowed. So what is bad here? We definitely want all of our protective Slivers so that they can't removal creatures as easily. We want to keep Aether Vial, and since they're going to have a bunch of removal, we want to keep Realm Walker so we can keep the card advantage. So Lava Belly Sliver's kind of slow. We can cut that. We want Dregscape. We are probably not winning racing-wise, so we might get rid of Leeching Sliver. Is Gale Rider not good? Gale Rider might not be good either. They don't have that many creatures. They do have Shieldred, but we don't need flying to really that much of an extent. Although we do want to have a certain amount of 1-drops to actually get in. I think I kept 1 Gale Rider, put 1 Leeching back in. All right, let's submit like that. I would like to play first. Let's reveal Gigantha. We have no lands, so mulligan. Okay. Do I want to keep all 3 lands? There's so much protection in this hand. Jeez. I think we can put a land back. Let's put back Plains, especially since they are playing Demolition Field, so we want to have a land that we can go fetch for. Sliver, good, and then we don't have anything to play, so pass the turn. I think we play, let's see, Sliver. So the only question is, are we playing Mariner or Diffusion? Does Shieldred's Edict target you? Each opponent, no, so it doesn't matter. So let's play Diffusion Sliver. Yep, Edict, okay. Exile a card, yep. Well, I would have hoped that we've drawn another land by now, so since we haven't, I guess we're just going to slam Mariner down. Actually, do we? Hang on. If we play Shredder, we attack them for 1. If they spend their whole turn casting a removal spell on Mariner, that's not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, let's just cast Mariner. Talisman of Dominance, okay. Another Edict, maybe? Fatal Push, yeah, okay. Not really sure why they kept Relic in against us. Maybe they just didn't have anything to board out. I think the value that we can get off Aether Vial is better than just playing Cloud Shredder at this point, so let's just play Aether Vial. And in the unlikely case that we don't draw a land for 3 turns in a row, at least we have the Vial. Alright, okay. Yeah, so just everything in this game has lined up poorly so far. I played Diffusion first so that we could survive removal, which got Edicted, which led me to play Mariner, which then got pushed for exactly an amount, and then we draw Aether Vial instead of land and get Karned. But, you know, that's how it goes. They revealed Wormcoil. And then Suspended Profane Tutor. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, yeah, I guess we're going to put counters on it. Hey, we drew land. Alright, so if we play Realm Walker, we can't even play anything that we get off the top. Whereas if we play Frenetic Sliver, our Slivers at least have kind of protection, maybe. Like, either way, it's not great. Or alternatively, you can play Cloud Shredder and put Karn to 2, but that's not great either. So I think we just play Frenetic, colorless, play Frenetic, and then pass them. So what is this exactly? It's exile it, right? It's permanent. Coin, you win, exile, and return at the end step. Flicker it. Not gonna lie though, I think we're pretty dead this match. I do not see a way of getting out of this. Our opponent's about to drop a Wormcoil engine on top of whatever it is that they're getting with Karn right now. So we're probably screwed. Liquid metal coating. Yep, we're super screwed. Wormcoil. I'm surprised they didn't just coating us immediately. Or I guess we're going to kill Karn off, so yeah. Yes, I would like to put this on 2 for what that's worth. I guess we will actually be able to activate it this turn. Surge of Salvation. So we've got a Cloud Shredder to kill Karn, which unfortunately, yeah, it unlocks Aether Vial, but then we can't vial anything in, but we just have to do it. Red, white, Cloud Shredder. Sometimes you don't just get there and that's magic. Yep, that is magic. So Cloud Shredder kills Karn, Frenetic attacks him, Karn attack, right? Yep. And then they get to cast Profane Tutor and go fetch whatever they need, which is definitely not good for us. Does Invoke target? I forget. Because if Invoke targets, we can counter it with Surge. Target opponent, yep. Oh, right. But we can't actually cast Surge. Oh, we lose an artifact too, right? No, we don't. Creature, enchantment, planeswalker. What are we losing here? We could technically gamble on Frenetic Sliver with the both of them, but then we lose both creatures. So I think the Cloud Shredder is the only thing letting us attack through Wormcoil, but they have to actually attack us for Wormcoil for that to matter. So I think we probably just lose Cloud Shredder, keep Frenetic Sliver around for their removal. So let's just sack Cloud Shredder. And now I imagine they all try to race us with Wormcoil. Exile a card from the graveyard, sure. I guess technically we can beat the life gain with Frenetic Sliver by blocking and then flipping a coin to exile. Sliver Hive let us tap for anything? Only to cast Slivers, no. Well, I guess we're gonna activate it. Huzzah, we won the flip. Alright, the 3 counters. Put Realm Walker into play, Sliver. Top card is Cloud Shredder, so we can play Cloud Shredder plus Gale Rider, or we can just play another Realm Walker. I think what I want to do is play Cloud Shredder, then Gale Rider, and then leave Gale Rider back to block the Wormcoil and exile it with Frenetic. So let's do that. White, red, fortunate, but play this. And then attack with these. So plan is, if they don't have removal for Gale Rider and they attack, we block with Gale Rider, flip a coin. If we lose the flip, it sacks, right? If you win, exile it. If you lose, sack. So regardless, it'll either get exiled or sacked, and then Wormcoil won't gain them any life. Now, that being the case, they have 5 cards and are going to draw into a 6th card and have a ton of mana, so we're probably dead, but, you know, gotta play it out. All right, 6, they have 10 mana potentially. They can also double field us if they want. March of Wretched Sorrows on Frenetic Sliver. Well, I suppose we're using it and hoping to win the coin flip. We lost the flip, and our Frenetic plan goes out the window. So I guess the question is, do we block Wormcoil here? Let's grab probably white. So they're attacking. Do we block? If we don't block, we go to 4, and then we can lose to a lot of things, including Shieldred and like all kinds of stuff. And we can also lose to Invoke Despair too, so I think we block. I think our only way out is at this point to just amass a really big board. And we do have Realm Walkers in order to... Yep, Shieldred. And that means this draw land is going to be bad too. Alright, yeah, not using this. So I don't think playing another Realm Walker gets us... So okay, we can Violin Realm Walker. We can play Sinew Sliver off the top. So let's play Sinew Sliver. Gale Rider off the top. Well, I guess we're doing that. Blue. So let's see. We can't attack with everything. We have to hold back blockers. For Wormcoil at least. If we get hit by Shieldred, we go to 3, and then we go to 1 when Shieldred triggers on our draw step. Creatures you control. I guess we can like multi-block Shieldred and then cast Surge, so that none of our creatures die but Shieldred dies, but then we take 6 from Wormcoil, or we could just chomp Wormcoil, I suppose, as well. So if that's the case, are we attacking? I don't think we are attacking. I think we just pass the turn. Yeah, alright, let's pass the turn. Right? Prevent all damage that black and red sources would deal to creatures you control. He could also just not attack with Shieldred, but I think he will. Like he's going to be at 27. So let's assume he attacks with both creatures. We go Gale Rider chumps the Wormcoil, and then we put everything else on Shieldred. But that fails to work if he has a removal spell in response, so we probably have to flash in Realm Walker, the Vial, and then quad block on Shieldred. 2 mana. Engineered Explosives for 2. Well, looks like that's going to be it, boys. I don't think we can do anything in response to that, so yep. I think he'll still probably attack with both. Yeah. Alright, let's put everything on here, and then cast Surge. And hopefully that kills Shieldred off. We go to 1. Coffers for a bunch. Well, first game, Slivers did not get there. But we have 4 matches to redeem ourselves. Also, probably not representative of how good the deck is because we got flood screwed. But let's try to make a comeback. Alright, Slivers, what are we doing this time? I won the die roll. I would like to play first. Reveal Giganta. We have 5 lands, Aether Vial, and Realm Walker. That seems bad. Alright, that seems better. Keep, what are we putting on the bottom? Probably Lava Belly, I think. Yeah, let's put Lava Belly on the bottom. Alright, Slivers, and then go ahead. Thoughtseize. I would assume they would take Realm Walker, since these are basically the same thing. Also, if it's a Swamp Thoughtseize deck, yeah. Okay. Sliver Hive, Fatal Push, okay. Are we playing against Coffers again? Are we actually playing against Coffers again? Because that's what it looks like. Demolition Field on this, sure. Blue. Okay, that might have been the worst draw in our deck, considering our opponent is playing Demolition Fields. Black this. Always yield to this. So this is only good if our opponent has no removal, or are we going to get swept? Yep. Fastest slam dunk ever. Alright, so Aether Vial, and then let's put Giganta in our hand. Pass the turn. Again, things are not looking good for us. Opponent has more cards, more individually powerful cards. We're a synergy deck, and we're down to no cards other than Giganta. And now we're probably, yeah, I don't see a comeback from this position. Well, I guess we're just passing and then vialing in Gale Rider. How much does this cost? 5? Alright. What's our hope here? Our opponent somehow dies to their own ring, but that's not happening when they have Shieldred in their deck. And we're also out of lands to go fetch with Demo Field, so... Haha, I didn't expect this 1/1. Alright, oh, I can't cast that. Vial. So, okay, what's our plan here? Our opponent dies to the ring, they never draw Shieldred. Do we take Vial up next turn? There are 3 drops that we can cast, but there's more 2 drops that we can't cast. I guess, let's see, we can cast Mariner, Sinew Sliver, Gale Rider. We can't cast Cloud Shredder, we can't cast Leeching. This one. They Inquisitioned us. They know we have Giganta in hand, right? Oh, let's see. We can cast everything. We can't cast the green or the black Slivers. We can't cast Cloud Shredder either. I think we just stay on 2. Alright then. We have Pro Everything, right? Because of the ring. So, just don't do anything. Pass. They are at 6, but I feel like just the moment that they find Shieldred, we're screwed. 8 mana. With another 5. Karn. Walking Ballista. So they can play Ballista on 8, and then... yeah, still have Giganta in hand. So Ballista on 8, kill Cloud Shredder. Can't Vial anymore. I guess I'm going to put this on 3 just in case we ever get to use it. Alright. I mean, what else are we going to do? So I can't imagine we could possibly live through this turn, right? How big can they make Ballista? They have 8 swamps, so Cabal for 8 plus 6, so they have 14 mana. They must have a way to get Mariner off the board even without Ballista. Sundering Titan. Sure. And then they'll just blow up all of our lands. Sundering Titan, kill all of our lands. They have another 6 mana left over, so they can pump Ballista once. They attack another ring, sure. And then they don't have to activate this ring. Okay, yeah, we're dead. Our only shot there was them dying from their own ring. So, same sideboard, bring these in to repel their removal. Can't blow up the ring with Harmonic, so it doesn't matter. Take out Leeching. These Gale Riders have been pretty bad too. Yeah, this one... maybe just all the Gale Riders. They're pretty mediocre in this matchup. Our opponent has a lot of removal. Or maybe these guys aren't so great either. Fnatic, Let's do exactly when they die, right? And when it's dealt damage. Maybe put these back then. Alright. Yeah, I think that looks good. Reveal Giganta. We have 5 lands and 2 Slivers. Diffusion's good, but we only have 2 Slivers. That's not going to cut it. We need to apply a lot more pressure, especially in this matchup. So, mulligan. Alright, that's good. Put back Predatory Sliver, I guess. Alright, Sliver, and go. So plan is Diffusion Sliver first to make their removal less effective, then follow it up with all the Lords. Unless we get Thoughtseized, yep. This feels kind of unwinnable. Like, if you're going to play a tribal deck, then you really don't want to run into the Jund-style, all the interaction cards matchups. They took Predatory Sliver. Wow. Alright. Does that mean they have an Edict? We're still going to cast this regardless. I mean, either way, whatever we played on turn 2 would have gotten Edicted. Knight's Whisper. Alright. I guess let's play Sinew Sliver then. And then next turn depends on which Sliver we draw, but it also depends on if we draw basic planes for Surge of Salvation. I guess they could also Field of Ruin us to give us the planes. Alright, do we just play Lava Belly here? Probably. And then if we draw like I don't know. This represents 1 damage. This represents 2 damage. So whenever this creature enters, yeah, let's just attack. It's 1 damage differential, but this also costs more. Oh, I suppose if I was going to play this, I should have done it pre-combat in case he fields in combat. Pretty likely. Children's Edict. Each opponent sacks an on-token. Well, we're going to sack Sinew. I think it's more valuable to keep this anti-interaction piece around than it is to have the Lord. Plus, we have another Lord, sort of. I don't know that you could have designed a worse matchup for this deck, though. All removal, and they have Edicts and Sweepers to get around all the defensive measures like Diffusion, Unsettled Mariner. Yeah, this is probably this deck's absolute worst matchup, and we faced it twice in a row. So, okay, they can make a Construct, which doesn't matter as far as blocking goes, unless they do something else. I mean, I guess our opponent could do tons of things that are bad for us. More Edicts, cast Damnation. No, they do have a land. Yep, I guess we just play Cloud Shredder. Not for a mana. What will they get? Probably Map, I would imagine. Map for Cabal Coffers. Yep. I'm surprised they didn't map first, because then they could have grabbed Cabal Coffers and gotten 5 mana. Alright, well, Giganta to hand. Ring. And now we're going to lose, because we can't keep up with the ring. Alright, Dregscape Sliver. I wish there was like a little ring emblem or something that would appear on the battlefield to remind you. Action from everything until your next turn. Yep. So, obviously this is a bad matchup to begin with, but I think you can kind of at least see why the ring is so unbelievably busted. Because in both these matches, it's felt a lot of the times like our opponent's not really doing much, and then they play the ring and they just go crazy. Yeah, we have 2 surges we can't cast in Giganta. I guess we can unearth Dregscape Sliver, but, I mean, that doesn't really do anything. They have Ring plus Shieldred. I think it's time to throw in the towel here. On to game 3. Slivers is not having a good showing so far. Although I'm not sure to what degree that is the deck itself or just how bad of a matchup this is. Reveal Giganta. We have 2 lands, Aether Vial, and a whole bunch of Lords in protection. Seems good. Oh good, not Coffers again. Merfolk. Well, I guess we'll see the battle of the aggro decks. Who will win, Merfolk or Slivers? Attacking first, so they don't have a Lord. I don't think I need to play Diffusion Sliver in this matchup. They have what, like Harbinger of the Tides and Trickster? I can probably just jam a Lord out onto the field and the next turn Vial and play another Lord. So yeah, let's just play Predatory Sliver and pass. What do they have at Flash Speed that they didn't play on my turn? They have Trickster. Okay, yeah. Still don't have a Lord. And they're leaving Tideshaper to block. Or I guess no, they're leaving Tideshaper because if I have a 1-drop Sliver, I could have Vialed it in and blocked and killed their Tideshaper. Yeah, it's Villain. Indestructible as long as you control 2 other Merfolk. Attack, draw. Other Merfolk have Ward 1. Sure. So it's indestructible. We can technically attack. No, actually we can't attack, right? Because anything I attack with, they just block it. So the play is probably just play Sinew Sliver and then just hold up Vial for Predatory Sliver. What's their draw card thing? When it attacks, draw. Actually, is the play drop the Lords? It's actually probably not the play, right? The play is probably play Mariner, Vial Mariner in, and then put both Lords into play next turn. I think that's the max damage. And I can always Vial in a Lord if I need to block something. I guess I could Vial a Lord in to block this without not take damage, but whatever. I'll just take 3, it's fine. Oh, they're on the Simic version of the deck. Ah, fantastic. This is also a problem, like, when aggro tribal decks are playing card advantage engines, that's an issue. Do I up this to 3? I think I want it to be on 3 for Realm Walker, but I want to get multiple 2-drops in on the same turn, so I think I activate this in response. And let's put in Sinew. Take that up to 3 for Realm Walker next turn. Well, I can't attack them because of the ring anyway, so may as well just jam out another Lord. And then pass the turn. What does Readery do exactly? Whenever you cast a Merfolk, you may tap or untap target permanent. So that basically doesn't do much with Mariners in play. So they have 1 blocker that can just infinitely block anything that I play because it's indestructible. Doesn't matter though because I have Cloud Shredder. Do we have lethal? We have lethal, right? Cloud Shredder, attack everything they lose. Do not use Vial. I guess what? They can have like a counter spell. I think we just jam Cloud Shredder, right? They can have what? Subtlety. Yep. Oh my gosh, we won a match. What are we doing? Surge doesn't do anything. Hallowed Moonlight. They have their own Aether Vials, but I don't think that matters. Harmonic doesn't kill the ring. Chalice does nothing. Spiteful Sliver makes combat a nightmare for them. What do we want to cut for that? They don't have that much stuff that actually targets our creatures, right? They have basically Trickster and Harbinger. They may not even play Harbinger. And we already have Mariner anyway. So I think we just cut to Diffusion Slivers for the Spiteful Slivers. Actually, by that metric, we should cut Frenetic. They're blue, so they don't have sweeping. They don't have hard removal, mostly, probably. That seems fine. Reveal Giganta. We have 1 land, so we will mull this. We still have 1 land, but we at least have Aether Vial, so we will keep this. And among the cards in our hand, the worst is probably Dregscape. So let's put that on the bottom. All right. Utopia Sprawl in Merfolk. The ring is really messing things up, isn't it? Civilian, all right. Well, we can't block this, so I guess we just throw down our Flying Slivers and start beating them, right? And the next turn we get to throw down Lord plus Mariner and keep attacking. Unless, of course, they have land ring. Cometa Speaker, okay. Turn that into an island, sure. 2 counters. Sliver. Let's just go Realm Walker. Name Sliver. And then Violin a Lord. Then attack with everything. We did it! We got there, boys. Slivers, better than Merfolk, official. And see, I think that is the strength of the Slivers deck, is that you can basically race other decks, especially because all you guys get flying. We have 1 land, no vials, mull. As someone who is not much of an aggro connoisseur themselves, I'm not used to games finishing this quickly. All right, land, vial, that's great. Put back the 2nd Realm Walker, probably. All right, what are we facing this time? Snow Island, okay. Mill, you say? Mill, you say? Well, joke's on them. We don't have any search effects to trigger their archive traps. They had no 2nd land. That tells me they probably have an archive trap filled hand and they were hoping that we would fetch or something. Mill does play removal, so it's probably best to jam Mariner into play while we can. It also means that any of their mill that targets us won't do as much. Although I don't think most of the mill spells target. This targets though, right? Yep. So that basically makes their crab a lot worse. Although I guess they still pay for it. I would presume they would want to pay for this. They didn't pay for it. All right, put this on 2. Draw another vial. Just get damage in while we can. Playing this first so that we can Violin Shredder through any counter spells they may have. Each opponent mills 4, yeah, okay. So they take 7, and then next turn, they're going to take 3, 12, and go to 1. So this is +5 here. All right, begin sideboarding. Versus mill. So this gives us hexproof. They do play like Fatal Push and Drown in the Lock and stuff, so that's probably worthwhile. Does nothing, does nothing. Chalice of the Void. I don't think that does much either. Let me bring mill up. How many 1-drops are in mill? It's basically Crab, which they'll play before you can get Chalice down, and then there's Fatal Push, and that's it. That's as much as I can think of. So, that said, we probably don't need what? Matchup is probably going to be over before Realm Walker is relevant most of the time. So we can cut 1 of those, and then maybe... We already have 3 Diffusion, 4 Mariner, so we can probably cut Frenetic. They might have Sweepers too, though. But I don't want double this, and then we can cut 1 of these. Alright, what do they have? Drown, Visions of Beyond, Surgical, Crab, Push, possibly Damnation. I feel like Chalice is probably just not good enough, though. Like, our Slivers already do a good job of protecting our stuff from their 1-mana removal, and then it's just the Crabs, which come down on turn 1 or 2 before Chalice comes out anyway. So yeah, let's submit this. Cut Aether Vial, Trollface. Good suggestion, Straight Jank. Reveal Le Giganta. Through 4 lands. Well, this hand's not great, but it's not terrible either. We also have Cavern of Souls to get through their counter spells if they are playing Drown. It's got a Lord, a haste creature, and more things off the top. I think I'm good with this hand. Hedron Crab, Is there any reason not to just run Cavern out on turn 1? They do have Field of Ruins, but who cares? Yeah, alright. Sliver, and pass the turn. Now we'll get milled, boys. Alright, a bunch of stuff we don't care about. Soul Guide Lantern, sure. So now, we just play Cloud Shredder, right? And then we just keep playing more Lords. Yeah, alright. Cloud Shredder it is. Double Crab draw, we're probably losing, though. I mean, they have a Boros, so they have a land drop every turn for sure. I guess it depends on what else they have. I have no clue why they put Soul Guide Lantern. Like, was this main deck, and they just didn't have anything else to switch for it? Do you have to swap out cards when you sideboard, since wouldn't having more cards in your deck against mill be beneficial? You can go up cards, but then you're, like, diluting your card pool, so that you're drawing, like, worse cards. It makes your land to spell ratio worse as well. Just jam Lava Belly. The thing is, like, however many cards you can go up against mill, you're never going to be able to go up enough to where that will actually matter. because they just mill so many cards. Because, like, so if you think about it, if that was actually an effective strategy against mill, then everyone would just sideboard their entire sideboard into their main. So I think just double lords, then Lava Belly will trigger, and then play another lord, attack with this 4/4. I imagine they'd want to what? They didn't draw with Soul Guide. What? Like, why not? We have no grave. I mean, what? We have like Dregscape Slivers, our only graveyard synergy. I mean, I guess they don't necessarily know that, but it just feels like they should definitely just be drawing as much as possible. Yeah, Archive Trap down to 13, or down to 12 cards. Oh, we have Gale Rider. They're just dead on board, right? Yep. 1 against Mill. 2/2. Which deck number are we on right now, by the way? This is the first deck. The first of 90. We've got this one last match to play with Slivers, and then we've got another 89 to go. All right, last match with Slivers. Reveal Giganta. 2 lands, one of which is an island, but we... Oh, no, 3 lands. Okay, 3 lands, and we got triple Lords plus Realm Walker. Are we on the player draw? We're on the draw. I mean, yeah, okay, it's fine. Nice, rooting for Lantern Control next. I'm rooting for not burn. Verdant Catacombs into Overgrown Tomb. What could this be? Yawgmoth, probably. Thoughtseize. If I were them, I would take Realm Walker, since like the other 3 creatures are basically the same effect. If Lantern Control comes up late, we better get a 5/0. Ooh, that was a great draw. Yeah, Sliver Hive, Vial. I'm assuming Yawgmoth. I mean, it could be something else, but turn 1, Verdant into Overgrown Tomb into Thoughtseize tells me it's... Oh, okay, not Yawgmoth. Is this Jund? Are we playing against Jund? I thought you guys were extinct. All right, can't play Cloud Shredder yet, so let's just do this. Sliver, and then I guess we're just gonna run out Predatory Sliver. And then next turn we can go Lord Shredder, kill Ren and 6. Oh wow, Ren Ping plus Bowmasters. They got us. I think we can still kill Ren here though, right? Yeah. All right, now we can kill Ren. Right, Cavern Souls, Sliver, and then we'll go red, white, attack Ren and 6, attack Ren and 6. Oh, Shieldred, come on. All right, can we race Shieldred? I think I'll keep this on 2. Well, unfortunately, we got to draw with this. So, actually, do we have to draw with this? We can go Violin, Leeching Sliver, put Giganta in our hand. That might be better than just using Fiery Islet. Yeah, let's do that. I wish Leeching Sliver drained. Ren and 6, okay. Get a land back. And then what? Fable. They're dead on board, right? We attack for 9 next turn. So they're just dead on board. Attack them. Always yield to this. All right, we beat Jund. Okay, so Jund. Surge definitely protects us from their removal. Chalice, no. Harmonic, no. Hallowed, no. Spiteful Sliver. They have what? They have the Orc, and they have Ren and 6 to ping stuff. They're Jund, so they probably are also playing Lightning Bolt. So this seems good. Now, what do we not want? The fact that they have multiple 1 damage pingers makes me much more hesitant to play anything that has 1 toughness. So Leeching Sliver inherently only has 1 toughness. It makes it the worst lord when we don't have another lord in play. And Diffusion Sliver kind of protects itself. Actually, is Diffusion Sliver spell only? Target a spell or ability. Okay, so it does sort of counter Ren and 6. We're not cutting any of that. I guess Lava Belly. Gale Rider's good. Yeah. This seems fine. Let's submit this. Are we going to beat Boomer Jund with Slivers? We have no lands, so we will be mulling this. We have 2 lands, which can cast everything in our hand and multiple lords. We will keep this. And I think I want to actually ship Gale Rider because turn this on the draw against a Ren and 6 Orcs deck seems pretty bad. Thoughtseize, Inquisition, same thing. What would I take if I were them? One of the lords, maybe? I feel like Cloud Shredder is something they can kind of deal with somewhat easily. Like, depending on how many removal spells they have in their hand, it would probably be take one of the lords, and then when I play the second lord, just deal with that, and then use a pinger to get rid of Cloud Shredder. Yeah, take a lord. All right, play Cavern, name Sliver. Go ahead. Yield 2s until response. 5 is stop passing. Yeah, okay, Ren and 6. All right, just run a lord out. I can't believe someone is playing No Fool and Boomer Jund. Straight up Jund. I mean, I guess Orcish Bowmasters is a new addition, but essentially, it's Jund. Won't that just get pinged down, though? I don't know what you mean. This is a 2/2. Yeah, all the Slivers pump themselves. All right. Well, playing Cloud Shredder here is pretty risky because if this dies, then they can just ping it. So our best bet is probably just play the second lord and attack Ren and 6. I mean, they kept 2 mana up, so I assume they have something. Yeah, okay. Oh, they're gonna trade with their Ragavan? Really? they either have another Ragavan or just their hand's good enough that they don't care, or they just figure way to beat an aggro deck is trade with everything, kill everything as much as possible. We're getting shielded here or ringed. We're getting ringed. All right. So we can play Dregscape, unearth one of the slivers, and attack. I think it's completely pointless to attack Ren in 6th stage. Yes, it'll eventually ultimate, and then they can just cast Terminate over and over, but I think if we go after Ren in 6 and just deal it 2 damage, we're in a very, very losing position. All right, I guess I should have attacked Ren in 6 there, but I doubt we're going to win this game anyway. They have the ring and 5, 7, like a million cards, and we can't even put these Cloud Shredders into play because Ren in 6 kills them. Fury, okay. Huh. Well, let's see. Did we just play double Cloud Shredder, attack them to 9? I guess I could attack them to 10 and attack Ren to 6. That seems fine. So we put them to 10 and Ren to 6 so that they are off ulting for a turn. Attack Ren, attack you. Then they'll ping one of the Cloud Shredders with Ren, presumably. Unless they have another Fury, in which case they just mop up both of them. They didn't activate their ring. Bowmasters. There goes our other Cloud Shredder. So now all we have is the Dregscape in our graveyard plus Spiteful. Alright, that is actually helpful. So now we can go Spiteful. Then this only unearths itself, right? Yeah. I mean, we're still very, very likely to lose this. Tear Asunder on Spiteful, sure. Yeah, I've seen enough. We're just gonna lose to Fury in two hits anyway. So, all right. Was this the correct sideboard? I think it is. I just took out Leeching and Lava Belly. Gale Rider is only good if you have a Lord to follow it up with. That's still probably fine. You want to have some amount of 1-drops in the deck. Come to think of it, how do we even cast Surge? We have 1 basic Plains and then none of our other lands tap for white. Cast Slivers only to cast spells and activate abilities. So is this just basically only in here for matchups where you need this effect plus your opponent has like Field of Ruin or something? Because that's terrible. Yeah, at this point, let's just go offense. Put all these back in here. Actually, Lava Belly. All right, submit. When are you holding a white mana for Surge? Go full tilt. Yeah. Reveal Gigantha. Okay, we have a 1-drop with no follow-up. So it will just die to multiple pingers. And then we have Realm Walker and Lava Belly. This hand seems not great. This hand is basically only good if our opponent doesn't have interaction. And they're Jund, so they're going to have interaction. So, and it has 4 lands in it, so let's just mulligan. Okay, this is better. Gale Rider into Diffusion. Keep, and let's put back... So we already have Diffusion Sliver, so that makes Frenetic not as valuable. Unless they have turn 1 like Thoughtseize or Diffusion Sliver, which would suck. So what are we putting back? I'm inclined to say Dregscape. Yeah, let's put Dregscape back. Sliver Hive, Gale Rider, go. They will have turn 1 hand disruption, they are Jund. Not necessarily. They don't always have it. Looks like they have it. Or they're just going to kill this. Oh, Ragavan. Okay, that's fine. Huh. You know, I'm not going to attack because I would rather trade Gale Rider from Ragavan than get 1 damage in. And I don't want to trade with Diffusion, so... Let's just pass the turn so they can't attack us. Or if they do attack us, we get to trade. Because I'm not getting hit by Ragavan to get 1 damage in on them. Are they going to attack? They are attacking. Alright. So I assume oh, they have nothing. Unless they have removal. So they have nothing that can kill this. If they had Fury, they might have just Furied anyway. I think... Is it better to just cast Frenetic here? So if I attack, they can just flash in Bowmasters and block, so I don't want to attack. Let's see, if I go Realm Walker... Probably Realm Walker, and then I still have the option of playing out more of these guys next turn. This gives me more options of stuff to cast off the top. So yeah, let's play Realm Walker. Yeah, I mean, I could play another Diffusion or Frenetic for more protection, but the only way that this gets killed at this point is they have to have like Bolt or Push plus another 2 mana. It eats up their whole turn just to kill stuff. I feel like on their turn, they'll prioritize advancing their board rather than spending their whole turn killing this. Sliver. Then I'm just going to pass, not attacking into Bowmasters. They could evoke Fury. Yeah, but then they have to pay 4. So they can only kill 1 thing. Like, yes, there's removal spells that they can use to kill these. They did nothing? They did nothing. Were they just bluffing that they had Bowmasters? But even if that was the case, then they have no reason to fetch. Or, like, to fetch Shock, rather. But they did anyway. And then they play a tapped land. I'm very confused. They did nothing. Okay, then. Well, we're going to play this. I mean, I guess if they have Damnation, like if Jund's playing Damnation in their sideboard or something, then they got us. So let's cast this off the top. I mean, I guess I could play Frenetic Sliver to kind of counter that, but I'm not going to. Blue. What's this? I'm not going to play around a sweeper. If they have it, they have it. Sure, yeah. Bowmasters double block the Diffusion Sliver. Oh, they're just not taking damage. That tells me they probably do have a sweeper then, because otherwise they would want to trade off. Oh, the ring. Okay. All right, now let's definitely get this Frenetic Sliver into play. I guess actually I should draw with Islet, and then if there's a... I should draw with Islet to see what I have, but I'm probably just going to cast Frenetic. What would I cast instead of Frenetic if it was on the top? I don't think anything. I think I would just want Frenetic in play. And then we'll just draw blue, red. I didn't board in Harmonic, and even if I did, it can't blow up the One Ring. So at least I'm kind of protected from a sweeper if they have it. Well, they've done a lot of nothing this game so far, so... I mean, not nothing, but, like, they could have done more. So I'm wondering what is in their hand. I have a lot of Sliver protection right now. 4 mana. Shieldred. Well, I need to draw flying, and I got 8 flyers to do it. Alright. Oh, I should have done this in response to Shieldred. Oh well. Leeching Sliver. Alright. There we go. There's Gale Rider. Right on time. There we go. Alright, let's attack with everything. Is this lethal? I think it's short of lethal. 13, 3, 5, 7. It's 1 short of lethal. And then they're gonna... They won't die on their upkeep because they can draw in response and gain life with Shieldred. Well, if they sweep now, I'm sad. Well, I have Frenetic Sliver, so I have a 50... So even if they cast a sweeper, I have a 50-50 shot of having any of these things survive a sweeper. So they are dead on the next attack. So, well, unless they have the One Ring. Unless they drew another One Ring, then they're not dead on the next attack. So the fact that they haven't just slammed something tells me that whatever they have is not a no-brainer play, which tells me it's not the One Ring, because if they had the One Ring, they would just slam it immediately, I think. So yeah, what can they play to get out of this? So the One Ring, if they have a sweeper, I can coin flip all my Slivers and then have 3 to 4 of them survive on average probability. It matters a lot if they do that, whether Gale Rider survives. Their single target removal doesn't do anything because they have to pay, because basically all of my Slivers have Ward 4 right now. I mean, they can attack, I suppose. Like, I'm not going to block if they do. They did not. Plague Engineer wouldn't even save them, because I have Sinew Sliver, so they would still die. They had to get the mana from another Boseiju, meaning they had no other lands in their hand. Or if they did, they're all, like, self-damaging lands. Green and red. Engineered Explosives. Oh, okay. Engineer for 2. Sure. Wait, they're paying 4 mana? Oh, it's the One Ring. So wait, if they had the One Ring, why didn't they just attack with Shieldred? Okay. Whenever Sliver you control attacks, defending player loses 1. So I can still damage them through this? I can still damage them through this. Have they just realized the error of their ways? Yo, let's go! Oh no. Do they survive this attack with the One Ring activation? Do they survive at 1 life? They do survive at 1 life. All right. And then on their upkeep, they'll activate the ring, drawing a card and they're drawing 2 cards and putting them to 5. Then they take 2 to 3. Then they draw for turn, go to 5. So I'm just going to play a land and hold up the Sliver Hive activation. I can't do anything else, right? I mean, I could put Giganta in my hand, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep the Sliver Hive activation up. Yep, so they'll respond to their trigger. I'm trying to think of if I can die in this position. They can attack with Shieldred for 4, and then I can lose 2 from drawing. So if they have like double bolt after that, I could lose, which means that I need to hold up Sliver Hive activation to block. So they pop EE, I coin flip all of my Slivers, and then the game gets to be decided on coin flip. They played a tap land, which means they do not have the ability to play another ring plus activate EE. So I believe this turn, they have to, whatever they do, they have to keep 2 mana up so they can pop EE on my turn, so that whether Leeching Sliver survives the coin flip or not, I don't have access to Leeching Sliver, but then I can still potentially damage them in the air. So if they EE on my turn, it gets Leeching, both Diffusions, and Sinew off the board, meaning that the only Slivers I retain are Realmwalker, Frenetic, and Gale Rider. Then I have no protection on the board other than Frenetic, but that still leaves me with 5 damage, plus this Sliver Hive activation. Create a 1/1 Sliver. And they go to their cleanup and discard 3 cards. So they have EE plus 3 mana for instant speed interaction. Shieldred triggers. Do I play this Cloud Shredder now? Oh, they're just going to pop EE immediately? Okay, sure. Coin flip the Lord. Or coin flip the Leeching Sliver first. Flip it a coin. Does Leeching Sliver get exiled or die? I lost the coin flip, it dies. Alright, let's coin flip Sinew. I lost the coin flip. Let's coin flip Diffusion. I lost the coin flip. All right, let's coin flip Diffusion. Oh, I won one of them. Okay, EE resolves and does nothing. And now I have no protection in play other than Frenetic, and then Shieldred's ability resolves. If they have instant speed removal, they should kill Realm Walker right now before I can cast anything, which they're gonna do. So let's coin flip the Realm Walker. Oh, good, I kept that at least. All right, well, let's attack them with everything, I think. Yeah, attack with all. Removal spell for Gale Rider? Yeah, oh, so bad. Yeah, well, let's coin flip it. Lost the flip. That's really bad. I guess we're going to draw Cloud Shredder next turn, so it's okay. And now they can just block this. Wait, don't they get a mass token? Or do they not? Oh, if I sack it in response, they don't get it? Awesome. I'm fine trading here. Let's coin flip this. Kept our Frenetic Sliver. Cool. Sliver Hive, and then I can either keep Hive open or I can get Gigantha into my hand. Although next turn... Okay, so if I don't get Gigantha into my hand now... Even if I get Gigantha into my hand, I can't then attack with it anyway. So I think I just hold Sliver Hive up. Let's put... So it's this one. Okay, Sliver. And then Ring draws, and they get a million life. They're also running low on clock, but I think the game's going to end before that matters. Another EE. Renin 6. Okay. And they can actually pay the Diffusion Sliver trigger. All right, let's coin flip it. Whew, we survived. I cannot even believe that we don't have enough damage on the board, even if we get Cloud Shredder and whatnot next turn, because of this Ring plus Shieldred. I guess we're going to have what? We're going to have a Sliver token. All right, let's activate this. Okay, we win. Oh my god, we got there. We have 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, okay. Attack them. I'm not miscounting, right? 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Holy cow. Oh, what a match. Managed to recoup our entry and went 3-2 with Slivers.